Orca followed the boy everywhere, and something shocking happened. The visitors of the aquarium, as well as the parents of the little boy, looked in amazement at their son, who was standing next to the huge aquarium with his hand on the glass. At that moment, an orca swam up to the boy, and for some unknown reason, it followed his every step as if mesmerized. The day Roy and Julia decided to take their 5-year-old son, Bradley, to the Ocean World Aquarium for the first time was filled with excitement as they planned to introduce him to the fascinating creatures of the deep sea. The parents reminded Bradley not to wander too far, but the moment he stepped inside, he was awestruck. His mouth fell open in amazement as he gazed at the stunning and enormous creatures of the seas and oceans. Completely captivated, Bradley darted from one aquarium to the next, utterly absorbed in the sights and paying little attention to his mom and dad's words. The endless variety of fish, sharks, mollusks, crustaceans, and other ocean creatures was a true revelation for young Bradley. But above all, he was most excited to see the orcas, his favorite animals, which he had watched countless times on TV. In fact, it was his love for orcas that convinced his parents to take him to the aquarium in the first place. Finally, the family got to the biggest aquarium, where 4 huge orcas swam peacefully: Merlin, Camille, Oni, and beautiful Tessie. The parents watched in amazement as Bradley pressed against the glass, screaming with delight as he looked at these majestic creatures. At first, the orcas paid no attention to the boy, but when he placed both of his small hands on the glass, the largest orca, Tessie, abruptly turned around and swam toward him. Roy and Julia flinched with surprise and fear at first, but quickly realized that the giant creature posed no danger because of the thick protective glass. Bradley was not frightened at all. On the contrary, he was very happy to see the orca. The boy began to run his little hands back and forth on the glass and to run along the aquarium, and the orca, surprisingly enough, literally followed the child. Not only parents but also many other visitors were simply amazed by this highly unusual behavior of the marine predator, as they usually do not pay any attention to the surrounding people. Many took out their cameras and phones to take some amazing pictures. Sure, the unusual worker was happy and smiling just at the sight of Bradley Ocean's World employees. Also took notice of this mesmerizing sight. The employees were well aware that orcas are very difficult to train, and even experienced trainers take years to get the desired result from the sea creature. In Bradley's case, however, it was different. The little boy controlled the huge predator as if he had a magic wand in his hands. The staff of the aquarium called the head trainer, Logan, who was as surprised as they were at the sight of Bradley because he was somehow magically influencing the huge Tessie. Logan immediately approached the family and suggested to the boys' parents that they let their son take part in tonight's big orca show, promising that it would be completely safe. Roy and Julia hesitated a bit, but finally agreed as Bradley himself literally begged his parents to let him get to know the Tessie better. An hour later, the orca water show began, and many visitors were looking forward to it. Over 500 spectators showed up for the show, the most excited of whom were Roy and Julia, who looked expectantly at their young son at the edge of the pool. The trainer explained that this was Bradley's first time on stage, after which the boy himself got in on the action. As in the case of the aquarium, Bradley stood on the edge of the large pool and, with his gestures, tried to attract the attention of the huge Tessie, who also obediently swam behind the little boy as if he attracted her with a magnet. The audience was captivated, but Logan had one final surprise in store. He called Tessie, the orca, to the edge of the pool, and together with Bradley, he climbed onto her back. Tessie gracefully carried them on a lap of honor around the pool, met with thunderous applause from the crowd. The finale was nothing short of epic, and Roy and Julia couldn't hold back their tears of joy as they watched their incredible sunshine. After the show, Logan invited the family to his office, where he proposed an extraordinary opportunity. Bradley could become a regular participant in the orca shows and the youngest orca trainer in the world. Roy and Julia agreed without hesitation, recognizing their son's remarkable bond with the sea creatures and realizing that this was Bradley's true natural talent. Now 7 years old, Bradley spends all his free time outside of school at the Oceanarium, working alongside adult trainers to teach and care for orcas. His love for sea creatures knows no bounds, and he often declares with unwavering determination that he will dedicate his life to orcas. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, Don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.